Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran. I'm hanging out on the PTR right now and I have a Grand Challenger's Bounty. I have saved up a Mythic Plus chest. Last week, I actually had one of the viewers hang out in Discord and post a couple of videos of him opening some of those Mythic Plus chests on PTR. And what turned out was actually him recording some videos of it, showcasing some of the corruption effects that applied on the Mythic Plus gear. So right now I have my character set up on live servers before the live stream, all with Mythic Plus chests ready to go. But I am going to be copying these characters over on PTR a couple of times even, and trying out see what kind of corruption effects I might be able to get on weapons, trinkets, and armor, just so I can show you guys what all these effects look like. That's the whole purpose of this video, because we've read about these corruption effects, but we haven't really seen what they look like. So I'm going to start with my rogue, but I am going to mix it up a bit. I'm going to do him on Death Knight to make sure I have all my strength weapons out of the way. I'm going to do it on a warlock and a priest for some healer shenanigans and range caster shenanigans. And I think I might probably get my feral or survival hunter to see what kind of maybe survival hunter to see what kind of corruption effects I might be able to get. Now, not a guarantee that I get a corruption with this, and it doesn't look like I did, but didn't get a corruption. But the 475 item level on this though, oh my god, that's gonna be insane for this patch. So yeah, it's really gonna be me trying to get lucky to open up a Mythic Plus chest that has a corruption. And if I get any cool corruptions, I want to showcase them to you. Oh, there we go. My first corruption effect on the character. 20 corruption sandals with a lot of haste and crit. I don't even know. How should I do this? Should I get all the, like, open up a bunch of pieces until every one of my characters has a corruption? I think that's what I'll do. So this character has a corruption. So then I'm going to go on other tunes until I get some other corruption piece of gear. So let's go with the Death Knight next. I want to see if I can maybe get a fatty weapon for the DK. I think I want to try doing an unholy weapon, because with a massive two-hander, I guess any weapon can have any effect, right? Technically. So it looks like this is the most that I can get in terms of some of the corrupted effects. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters that have gotten an interesting corrupted item. Now I've been doing this for what feels like about almost 2 hours, just opening chests and copying characters over, trying to see what various corruption effects I can get. So this isn't gonna be every effect. Really wish on PTR they just had like a vendor where you can just buy these corruptions so we can test them out and see what it looks like and see what the gameplay feels like. But anyway, I want to show you guys some of the corrupted effects I was able to get. Starting out with my warlock, we have ourselves the boots. With 20 corruption for an ability, your spells and abilities have a chance to strike a nearby enemy with an infinite star, dealing arcane damage and increasing their damage taken from your infinite stars by 25%, stacking up to 10 times. So I kind of just want to hit a train dummy for a little bit and see what this looks like. Now, I know that this effect in particular can hit other enemies, so I'm kind of on the lookout like who gets hit by the star, if it even shows up on details. But yes, anybody can get hit by a star. I kind of wish I had like some sort of zone where I had just a single enemy that I could fight. Yeah, so it looks like I have the negative effect of the eyeball hitting me, but I don't really have the star proccing at all. I need to maybe remove it and then put it back on. Okay, by the looks of it, the star might be bugged right now. I do have footage of like what it looks like from one of the guys on Discord. They actually got it to work for them. But for some reason for me, spells and abilities are not proccing the star for me. And otherwise it would have been able to be captured in details, but it wasn't. Let me look at overall data just to make sure I didn't miss it. Yeah, it doesn't seem like the star was even worked. Auras doesn't put a debuff, so then didn't proc. Maybe it has like an extremely low chance to proc, but that's disappointing. Yeah, so the star, I wish I could see it, but so far we'll come back to this character. We'll come back to the character, but if in case we actually get to see the effect. But so far, it's a bit of a bust. Now the warrior got some boots with your damage and abilities. Build the Echoing Void. Each time it builds, Echoing Void has a chance to collapse, dealing 2.5% of your shadow damage as shadow damage to all nearby enemies for 1 second until no stacks remain. That means if I have all these enemies out here, I may be able to build up this Echoing Void, which looks like I am building up to 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks. Okay, we got quite a bit of damage with these Echoing Voids. Oh, Echo and Void is actually unleashing. You see my character doing this AoE thing? Whoa, the damage it does is insane. What is that, dude? Oh my goodness. Oh, that is so good. Echo and Void, you got this one? I do. I do have that one. Let me see, I can also meme beam for a bit. Oh my god. It does so much damage. 8,000 per hit to any enemies around you, and it stacks up so quick. Holy crap, this is so good. Yo, this is nutty for AoE. Now that is a good corruption. Oh my goodness, and it's not even that much corruption either, only 50. And I'm pumping. 80k DPS maintain. Like, holy crap. For Arms Warrior, this is so good. Yo, what's it like on a boss fight? Hold on, I actually have to completely reset my essences and see how often it procs on a boss. But wow, that is such a good corruption. It's all working off of my health. So it's using 2.50% on my health to deal shadow damage. So for Protection Warrior, this would be so good in a Mythic Plus dungeon when you're trying to do AoE. Wow, this is really, really strong. 8k a pop. It has, I guess, better ticks than Deep Wind. It is hitting multiple enemies, so I guess it does do that. That's so good. I wonder if this breaks CC in PvP. Like if you end up, let's say, sapping one enemy, stunning the other, and this starts pulsating, does the sap get broken? Does it put the sap target in combat? I wonder. Yeah, it's so good. I want to go into Member of Lucid Dream to play a full single target build for my my warrior for just a second here. We're just gonna go this way, and I'm gonna put laser here and I guess flame here, and we're just going to hit the enemy train dummy as much damage as we can. See how often it builds up on single target, because it seems to build up quite a bit for AoE. And it keeps to be proccing. It seems to be proccing quite often on even single target. Yeah, it's almost constantly pulsating. Wow, no, this is definitely gonna get nerfed. There's no way this is gonna stay this strong. Oh my goodness, though, but the 50... Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm gonna take a little bit of damage here from this thing. Wow, the amount of corruption, though. Oh, wow, this is just actually unfortunate. This is zoning me out. I actually have to back up. I am literally gonna die to the eyeball. No. This is definitely worth running, but you will need to manage corruption if you are going to be using this corruption effect. Wow, the damage is insane. It's actually my top damage on a single target boss fight. Deep Wounds is barely making it over. Oh my god, this is nuts. Now, this is a really good corruption effect. Wow, but then the Void Link thing that I have, can I fear it? I cannot. I used to be able to CC these things, but I'm actually gonna... Oh my god, the proc. I'm gonna die to this thing. Wow, this is so good. Ikemen Void is an awesome corruption. However, the 50 corruption is quite killer, and if you're not careful, Grand Delusions is gonna obliterate me. Grand Delusions, taking damage is a chance to summon a thing from beyond. So I haven't even gotten Grand Delusions. It's just Eye of Corruption is what's been killing me this whole time. So if you are going to be getting this, you'll need some corruption resistance for sure. So you would have to sacrifice, I don't know, I guess Crucible of Flame. I would sacrifice that for Spark of Inspiration or Breath of the Dying for the corruption resistance. And then you would need to get a cloak up and running. But that's a strong effect. Wow, that's awesome. I'm actually a huge fan of that. But look at how corrupted my character is. It looks so good. How corrupted he is. But when you're glowing like this, you know you're going to be in danger. So if your character glows, it's like, wow, I'll really need to manage corruption. That is so worth though. Oh my goodness. It's so good for single target. That is nuts. Oh my god. I do wonder if you maybe can get some stam heavy gear or stam enchantments. You might be able to etch out more damage with this. You know, like a stamina flask instead of strength, because you gotta bank it on that ability doing the most damage. That'd be so cool. Next up we have the Feral Druid. And we're gonna pop in Crucible, give it a little bit of haste, because why not? The corruption piece of gear we got ourselves is a Port Pillager's Belt. It has 15 corruption on it. Your spells and abilities have a chance to grant you a glimpse of clarity, reducing the cooldown of your next spell cast by 3 seconds. So, what is it? So, this seems to be like a random proc, but being a feral druid, you don't really have a lot of abilities that have like a cooldown to them. Did they change the cat sounds? What is these sounds? What is this bite? Dude, they changed the sounds of the cat stuff. What? I swear to God they changed sounds for cat stuff. This doesn't even sound the same. Since when? Wait, there it is. Your next one ability will have a reduced cooldown. Concentrated flame does not count. Oh, but you do get a short ACD on maim or something. So that is actually quite a low proc chance by the looks of it. Like, I wasn't really able to get a lot of value out of it. Does Feral have any abilities that actually have a cooldown? Not really, no. Man, so this... I mean, I guess if you're able to use, like, Tiger's Fury during that to get a little bit longer in, because Essences doesn't look like they actually work on that Omen of Clarity or the Clarity proc. Glimpse of Clarity. Let me look at the buff again. No, wait, I need to go to, like, overall data. Yeah, Glimpse of Clarity. Only 7% chance proc there, or 7% uptime. Your next ability cast by 3 seconds. Is there any ability besides Maim that's not really a damaging ability that has a cooldown? I have Tiger's Fury, I have Berserk. No, not really. Survival Instincts, maybe. Huh. Skull Bash. Oh, that would be pretty good in PvP. Imagine just getting Skull Bash a little bit faster. Alright, let's actually do like a normal rotation. Am I corrupted looking? I'm a little corrupted looking. But it's like very, very little. 15 is barely anything. Oh, so it doesn't get consumed unless you have an ability that can actually get like... have a CD reduction to it. So what I'm trying to say is like if you have an ability that can be reduced in CD, then it... So, okay, so it... Look, I'm using basic abilities, but it's not consuming anything, right? It's not consuming any of my charges or anything like that. So I need to use an ability that will actually consume a charge, like Wall. Consume the charge. I wish I had Tiger's Fury for that. Oh, that is actually so smart. I am so glad that Blizzard did it like this. So when the Clarity thing procs, it doesn't work off of any random ability that you apply for your character. It works only off the special ones, like Tiger's Fury. Got a shorter cooldown by 3 seconds. I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. Yeah, so it is smart. It will only get consumed if you have an ability that has any cooldown at all. So if you have an ability that has a cooldown attached to it, then it will take that cooldown of the ability and then it will be consumed after. Man, my damage is feral, by the way, is really garbage right now. So this seems like it would be maybe really good for a Restoration Druid or maybe Balance Druid with some of your CDs, but... Well, I like the effect, and I think there's so much that could be cool with it. I like the fact that you might be able to utilize it on the Retribution Paladin in the passive way, or with some of the other classes in a more reactive way. So I actually like the idea behind this corruption. It's just, it's not going to be a perfect fit for a lot of classes. Even for Rogue, I mean, maybe like for Assassination, have a shorter cooldown on your Toxic Blade, I think would be really nice. Maybe for Subtlety to have more dances and Shadow Dance. But that's about all I can think of. It's a really cool idea, but it does not work for Druid. So it's very unfortunate that I got it in this character, but it's still really good. I still gotta say I like it. I still gotta say I like it, even though I wasn't really able to take full advantage of it. Next, we have the Elemental Shaman with a dagger that reads an effect. Taking damage has a chance to increase your versatility by 240. So I kind of want to get hit by this train dummy for a little bit. Or maybe I want to get hit by like a... like an NPC somewhere too. I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. I think this guy will end up eventually killing me though. Wait, did I do it? There it is! Versatility increased by 240. I feel like for a tank or someone, this would be actually quite a good ability to get. I feel like in PvP this could also be quite good to just have, you know, you're always taking damage, to always have your stats passively increase for you. So this actually would be quite a good effect for PvP, but also for tanks in general. I think this could also essentially be good for some of the other classes as well. Like in Mythic Plus Dungeons, there's usually some sort of extra AoE damage that goes out. So for like a Paladin or a Druid, if you know, you take a little bit of AoE, you're constantly taking some sort of AoE splash damage, some dot damage from time to time. Having it randomly increase your base stats could be quite nice. So this is just one of the more plain ones, one of the more boring ones of corruption, but I still want to showcase it for you guys either way. Next we have the Death Knight with boots that have a chance to increase my mastery. Mastery actually being quite a good stat for the Death Knights. So what are the chances for it to increase my mastery? Like, let's say if I just go with my opener, like a base opener with a full burst setup. I don't know what this stat looks like. Oh, there it is. Own Mind. 450 mastery. That's actually quite good to be using that like this in the opener. Can it keep proccing over and over? Or does it have like an internal cooldown maybe? There's a good chance it does have an internal cooldown. Either way though, super good. I like it. Very, very basic. I guess we can hit a train dummy for a little bit, see what the proc chances for it are. Just for fun, while we're at it. I wish I was more single target setup though, so I could use the breath and breathe for a lot longer. I think that would be really cool. Well, it procced in the opener, which was really nice. So if it can consistently proc like every time, you know, it's been on CD for a bit. And there it is. It looks like it has like a proc for like, what, 10 seconds or so? And then it's down for like 50 seconds, 40 seconds, and maybe like once a minute. Oh no, oh no. Oh, if I get super unlucky with the eyeball right now, I'm just gonna get like proccing me back to back. That'll be very unfortunate. Give me quite a lot of mastery. I like it. I like it a lot. Wow, this is actually quite good. I like this. I like this. That's a very simple, very simple proc, but it does have a really good uptime. What, about 30% uptime or so throughout that bit of combat? That was really good. Dude, this is so consistent. This is better than some of the trinkets you might be able to get, like basic proc trinkets. Wow, that's actually really, really solid. I'm a huge fan of something like this. Again, not a crazy flashy effect, but a very solid. That would be one of the stronger buffs. Imagine if you get a proc thing for yourself, for your character, and is the right stats that you need, right? For Outlaw, Master would be useless, but versatility or crit would be so good. Or haste for like Assassination rogues would also be really nice. On to the next one, we have ourselves Gain Void Ritual, given a chance for abilities to increase the all secondary stats by 13 every second for 20 seconds. The chance increased at least 2 nearby enemies have Void Shield. Okay, so we are going to be switching ourselves for full single target with this setup. So we have a chance for our abilities to increase all secondary stats, which is going to be quite nice. That's about all we know about this, and it has a higher chance if other people have it, so in a raid or dungeon group, this could be quite good. Secondary stats by 13, does that stack? Can I keep stacking almost like infinitely? So is that the idea, is like if you have others with the Void Ritual, they can just keep stacking over and over and over and over? I think that would be quite interesting. Gonna go for a little bit of damage here. Probably should have done that slightly differently. Oh my goodness, that eyeball is massive though. Yeah, that eyeball is massive. Oh, there it is. Whoa. Wait, so it keeps increasing? Whoa, that's a huge proc. All secondary stats are just gaining almost 200. Oh, eyeball. Oh, no. Please, eyeball from above and beyond. Okay, so it just starts racking. Oh, it's doing it again. It's doing it again. Let's do it again. Oh, no, the eyeball. Hold on, I gotta walk out. Oh no, that eyeball is actually obliterating me. Okay, it's alright. We actually have some cooldowns here too. Wow, so it actually gets quite a bit of procs. Okay, so how do we look like in terms of auras? Oh, 33% uptime. So once it gets going, it gets going, but it's not consistent like the other buff. Although it's still really, really good. You know, I'm actually not against it. Actually, not against it. I kind of like it. Not gonna lie. Wow, that's actually quite cool. Wow, and the damage it lets me put out is quite high, but the corruption you get out of it is so high up. You basically want to just have this as corruption effect and nothing else. But that's a good stat, especially if your spec utilizes every bit of stats like crit, haste, mastery, and versatility. So Assassination rogues would love this. At least that's one of the first few classes that I can think of off the top of my head that would actually legitimately utilize this. Wow, cool effect. I was hoping more flashy animations for it, but either way, really good. Then we have the Mage, and the Mage has corrupted item that is the offhand. Your attacks have a chance to spawn a tentacle, which mind flays your target for 5,363 shadow damage every second for 10 seconds. Ooh. Really? Wait, so it's just like the same corruption effect as Cataclysm, isn't it? There's a weapon in Cataclysm, last raid from Deathwing Madness It's called the Gurthalac, I think. Where is it? Gurthalac. And yeah, it has a chance to summon a tentacle of the old ones. So if I just go through my abilities, I have a chance to summon a little tentacle that mind flays the enemy. Well, this could be quite cool. Alrighty, so we are gonna go with a full single target build here. Touch of the Magi. Okay. Got ourselves set up. We're gonna pop Lust and everything. Everything. CDs. We're just gonna go Hambo on the train dummy for a little bit. Oh, there it is. Twisted appendage. Oh, it's just like a Shadow Priest tentacle from the artifact weapon. Remember that? Oh, does it do a lot of damage though? It did a little bit. Well, I've been doing the rotation for quite a bit now, and it doesn't seem like this is getting... Oh, there we go. Now it's finally spawns. Now it spawns in. Hey there, buddy. How you doing, Twisted Appendage? Okay, well, it doesn't have like too crazy of a proc chance. I wonder if it has a higher chance if I do like AoE damage. You know, for every single enemy that I hit, it has a chance to maybe proc. I might need to test this out myself, actually. Oh, hey, we got it to work. So the appendage is attacking the main enemy that I am focusing on. And that's really about it. What is the amount of corruption this gives? 35. So it seems like because of the low amount of corruption, this effect isn't going to be anything insanely good or crazy. Like, it's going to be moderately okay, but, you know, nothing busted or overpowered like the warrior one. Maybe Blizzard just needs to tune it so it does a little bit more damage, but so far this one has been pretty underwhelming. It looks cool, and it looks like maybe it could do a lot of damage, but a low chance to proc, and when it does proc, the damage is very lackluster. So a little bit disappointed by it, not gonna lie. Overall, I really like the one that the warrior had with a big AoE, doing percentage of your health as damage. That one was very consistent, proc quite a lot, and was busted for AoE, but also really solid for single target. Then I like the one with the druid with the what is it, the Omen of Clarity type of deal, like where it has a chance to reduce the cooldown of an ability. And I like how it's not like stupid the way that it plays and just functions on every ability, but rather on specific abilities. Then, you know, the procs for Death Knight was cool with the Mastery. I like the one for the Hunter. The Mage one was very, very underwhelming and underperforming, but nothing you can really do there. Either way, this has been some of the corruptions that we have for patch 8.3. Thank you guys so much for checking them out. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hopefully Blizzard does a little bit more balancing so some of these corruptions are a little bit more equal to one another, primarily just buffing the ones that are undertuned. But anyway, corruptions are looking pretty insane. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see all of you in another video.